Good evening, viewers. This is Aisha Ali, and you're watching Reconnecting Youth with Aisha. Good evening, viewers, and welcome back to Reconnecting Youth with Aisha. This is your host, Aisha Liam. Today I'm present in Washington, D.C. at the PAKPAC annual Iftar dinner, and we'll be meeting and talking to many congressmen, legislators, senators, and doctors. So looking forward to bringing you more about this event.
We have a very significant Muslim population and a very significant Pakistani population who were very, very helpful to me last year. I am so happy to be here in the celebration of this Iftar, and I thank you very much for having me.
What would you say about U.S.-Pakistan relations?
I think that the U.S. has a lot to work on in terms of its foreign policy and its relationships around the world. I'm a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee. I care deeply about our relationship with Pakistan as well as other countries around the world. I think that we need to go back to the days of good diplomacy and strategic relationships, and Pakistan is one of those important relationships.
What role do you foresee for Pakistani Americans in bringing these two countries together?
I think that it's very, very important for us to treat each other with respect and kindness. I think that's one of the things that is most notable about this community, and I would like to see us pursue diplomatic relationships that are strong and recognize the importance of trade with one another, as well as humanitarian efforts in both countries.
But Congresswoman, knowing that the relationship between Pakistan and the United States is very strategic, yet in the last couple of years, and even if we can push it before that, they have not been going, they have been very rocky.
I agree.
That way. How do you see this improving, one, and how can the House play a role in telling the administration how to?
Well, so the House cannot tell the administration how to behave, but I will tell you that the House Foreign Affairs Committee, of which I am a member, is very bipartisan. We work very well together across the aisle. We consider that our relationship with the rest of the world is something of importance to all Americans, and I think it's so important for us to go back to the days of diplomatic relationships and not to be aggressive, not to be a bully. The United States should not be a bully. We should not be seeing foreign policy dictated by tweets, but rather by good diplomatic relationships.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the challenges, as you know, when you get together, no matter how much planning goes into it, there's always going to be something. In this case, tonight, maybe it's just the sound system. But in Washington, D.C., that's not always bad that the sound doesn't work. The point is, I am honored to be with you tonight.
I am from California, Virginia, but I knew how.
This is your host, Aisha Lee, and today I'm present in Washington, D.C. at the PAKPAC Iftar event, and here with me is Dr. Chatani. So let's talk to him about today's event and his role in PAKPAC. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Assalamu alaikum. Today is a special event for us. We are looking at having a lot of congressmen and senators come and open iftar with us. We have started doing this thing because we used to have a very big iftar at the White House, and that doesn't happen anymore. Thus, PAKPAC decided to host our own iftar and invite the legislators, bipartisan, Republican as well as Democrats, to come over here and open the fast with us. And we introduce our program to them, we introduce our leaders to them, and every year it has been a very successful event, and we are hoping that today is another very successful event.
So what is your role in PAKPAC?
So I'm a very staunch supporter of PAKPAC. I'm also one of the liaisons that helps making arrangements. Specifically today, my role is to work with the media and make sure that we observe the decorum for the legislators who come in, and thus they are properly interviewed and introduced, etc.
So how is the organization helping facilitate the relationship between the two countries, Pakistan and USA?
So our main focus is to look at Pakistani Americans and make sure that Pakistani Americans are represented well in the United States of America. And we work with legislators, we work with our young generation to make sure that they are getting into the political arena, political field, and they are familiar with how the legislation and various other branches of the government work. That is our main focus. At the same time, the focus is to make sure that the two countries are communicating and talking with each other. We are American Pakistanis, and that is our primary goal, being an American and then a Pakistani. And then obviously, because of our inherent Pakistani background, we want to have a very good relationship with the two countries.
So you said you're working with the newer generation. So how are you incorporating the youth, and how can they be a part of this organization?
So we encourage young generation to come and be part of our organization. We help them get internships at the Capitol Hill. We help them get internships at various other government organizations. There are internships that are available with PAKPAC so that they can interact with legislators while we progress our agenda. So it's a tremendous amount of exposure that they get, and tremendous amount of experience that they get if they join the organization.
Thank you for talking to us today. I'm looking forward to a successful event. So I'm standing here with Mr. Rao Ali, who is the president-elect. First of all, I wanted to ask you, so I heard your speech and you mentioned how you missed your daughter's graduation. First of all, congratulations to you and family for that. And you say you missed your daughter's graduation to be present here. Why was it so important? Because I know a daughter's graduation is, like, family events are, especially like stuff like this is very important. So why?
So the thing is this, when we decided this date, I didn't know that that's going to be the date. So now I have decided the date. I am motivating so many people to come here. So now I had a choice. I could have said, oh, I cannot come. But then one is like, if I am motivating other people, I'm saying, oh, please come on the hill and this, and then I don't show up. So sometimes things come when you have to prioritize something, and you know, my daughter knows that I love her, my family knows, and you know, so inshallah there will be many graduations, but this is a choice, and it's not that I am that important for the event. It would have gone great without me. It's my own commitment, and we have to stick to that.
I think we all need to be committed to whatever we do in life, just like that. So if you're motivating others or having others attend an event or like motivating them to do something, we should all be as much as committed to doing that also. So talking about tonight's event, can you tell us a little bit about tonight's event and how it went?
So this is third consecutive Congressional Iftar arranged by PAKPAC. The history is that there used to be an iftar at Capitol Hill. When the Trump government took over, they stopped that iftar. So we wanted this tradition to keep going. And we started our first iftar. It was a huge success, like 25 plus congressmen, senators, they came. And then we thought, okay, it's a good medium to create political influence, to engage people. And you know, it's a good reason to come to Capitol Hill. And since then, we've been doing that. And as you can see, mashallah, it's a great event.
So what do you hope to see accomplished after tonight's everyone's goals and plans that the congressmen and the congresswomen listed?
The thing is this, political activism and political engagement is a process, a slow process. What it requires is consistency. So what I am expecting is that when people say, look, these people are serious, this is third Congressional Iftar, we have family life, we have job, but we are leaving everything aside, we are coming here. This is for our diaspora, this is for our country, and this is for America too. So I think it will give another motivation to the people that they will join us.
What is your organization doing for the youth, for the youngster, how to get them involved and like how, just like get them involved in the community? And
as you saw that Mafaz, he is an intern, and he started this event, and then you saw Yahya, he is an intern, and you are here, you are young. So this is what it is, and you can see like other people, as you saw the Narjis, she came with her daughters, and these are all kids that they are going to be our future. So they see us, and kids are so smart, they don't believe what we preach them, they do what they see. So now they are seeing them, and they're going to take it to the next level.
So how can youngsters get involved in this particular organization? How can they intern?
Excuse me, they can get involved. So there are different mediums. They can join us as a youth council. They can join us as internship. We can place them as an intern with congressmen, with senators. So there are many mediums. When they contact us, we can see what they want, and we'll take them from there.
Thank you for speaking to us tonight. So you were one of the few youths, for one of the few youngsters who attended this event tonight. What are your thoughts on tonight's event?
I think the event was great. I'm really, excited to see all the Pakistanis come from all over the country to be here. And, I live here in D.C. and, I would like to see more people, below, 30 attend, be a part of this, engage with the community. Pakistanis need a voice here in America, more than, it's more important than many other countries that Pakistan has a voice, all that's going on in the region, in our region, in the world. So it's exciting, and I think, we have a lot of work to do.
So what are your hopes? What do you hope to see after all this people that you listen to, the plans and the goals they listed? What do you hope to see them accomplish?
Honestly, I would hope to see more structure. I would hope to see more of an agenda. I would hope to see, more of Pakistan's, actual opinions and goals be talked about and discussed and, be shared without, criticism. And there's many other countries that do that, and we should also do that.
And lastly, a message on why youngsters should get involved in stuff like this or any community related.
Well, I mean, a lot of youngsters like to be engaged in politics, and if you're a Pakistani American, this is the best way because you're not only helping America, which is your country, but you're helping Pakistan too. And Pakistan American community is one of the largest communities in this country. So
thank you for speaking to us. Thank you. So thank you for talking to us today, Congressman. Can you tell us a little bit about the U.S.-Pakistani relations that you're working on? How are you helping?
Yeah, so this is my advisor, Umar Farouk. He lives in our district, and I'm on the Foreign Affairs Committee, and I cover the committee that covers the Middle East. And I think it's part of our job to learn all perspectives in a very, very complicated part of the world with a very complicated history. It's our job to listen to everybody and to come up with the best solution.
What are your thoughts on today's event?
Today's event is a great event. It's a beautiful event. I'm an Irish American. I always tell everybody that the greatest gift my parents gave me was to keep me in really close touch with our cultural roots, the music, the dance, the food, the language, everything. And it's the greatest gift we can give to our kids. We're all proud Americans. We love our country, but we're a country of immigrants. And this is the beauty of America, is when people can come together and share their culture with people that did not grow up in that culture.
And lastly, a message you'd like to give for the Pakistani Americans that are watching.
We love you. We welcome you in our country. We thank you for being here. Please share your thoughts, your views on world history, on current events, on national security, on U.S.-Pakistani relations. Share them with us. If every member of Congress is doing his or her job, they're going to learn from the people that eat, sleep, and breathe these issues every day, and we want to learn from you.
Thank you so much for
Thank
talking
you.
to us
You
tonight.
got it.
Thank you.
There's no doubt that Brian is loved by our communities. He helped the community whatever we need, and he's very approachable, and I like his bipartisan kind of attitude. I know he's very well popular in our community, and he's loved by everyone, and that is his greatness. So he goes to every event. If I invite him, he will come right away. So that is great, and thank you.
Thank you.
So Umar and his wife just had a Iftar, Ramadan Iftar, and I was there. It was a beautiful experience. So
I give you an example of his taking care of our community. One of the doctor, when Pakistan was not able to get visa for some reason, so I asked Brian for the right reason, because we need doctors in this country, definitely, and he understands, and he helped us, and the doctor got visa within 48 hours, understanding how important these doctors, we need doctors in United States. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, you do.
The lighting is good.
All right. So who's talking?
I don't want your hair to turn black, but yes.
Okay.
These kind of events, how they are helping the U.S.-Pakistan relations?
Well, let's face it. We are all so much better when we work together, but you really can't begin to work together until you find out about each other as who we are as individuals, who we are as members of our society, our country. So the beauty, we have so much more in common than we do in our differences. That's why these events are so important for the relationships, in this case between the U.S. and Pakistan. But we do this all the time. More of it is necessary for the world to continue to be the thriving place, because people strive from all different parts of the world to then thrive collectively because they work together across all ideological differences.
Do you still see Pakistan as a significant ally?
Say that one more time.
Do you still see Pakistan as a significant ally?
Well, I do, because of the fact that we have a historical relationship with Pakistan, and we know the challenges that we have globally, but we have to make sure that we as the United States open up our dialogue to everyone who wants to sit down at a collective table and talk about what we need to do as a world to not only strive but thrive.
Recent military build-up in
with all due respect,
are we looking at another war in Gulf?
we have to
No.
sit down if that is about to happen.
No.
Congressman also will be going to Pakistan in the fall.
Yes. Yeah.
When are you going to Pakistan?
Yeah. Sometime in the fall. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
पाकिस्तान के बारे में थोड़ा सा वर्ड
What state of affairs with Pakistan and the United States? Do you think things are improving beyond the strategic relations?
Well, I think everyone knows I have very strong.
So, Congresswoman, a comment about what state of affairs between Pakistan and the United States. Do you think things are improving beyond the strategic relationship?
Well, I think everyone knows I have very strong opinions about this current administration and their work on foreign relations issues. I think we could do better. Our relationship it's unstable. I think with a lot of foreign governments right now, especially even with some of our foreign nationals that are living in the United States as American citizens, we are struggling right now to develop a much more healthier, I think much more effective relationship with this president.
Islamophobia, it is getting worse with this administration. How we can rectify it?
Look, hate crimes especially towards our Muslim brothers and sisters, but even towards our Sikh, Hindu.
With all due respect, Iftar is going to start.
Still have 10 minutes. Still have 10 minutes. Islamophobia.
So I can tell you, during the 2016 election, you saw a rise of hate crimes towards those of Muslim faith, but even those that looked Muslim or were brown or immigrant or had an accent. I know in my district we saw a huge influx of targeting of Latino brothers and sisters. So again, there's a level of hate rhetoric that is leading to violence and targeting people towards people of color.
As you saw at today's event at the PAKPAC Iftar, we spoke to many different people, from congressmen, senators, and doctors. So we hope you enjoyed this event, and looking forward to bringing you many more events like these. Thank you for watching.